and welcome back to Rivals of Waterdeep. My name is Carlos, and we're going to go around the table and introduce ourselves.
Hey, my name's Tanya. I play Celise Astorio. My pronouns are she, her, as well as my character.
I'm Brandon Sinnis. I play Ren Leodon. Pronouns he, him.
I am Cicero Holmes. I play Perrin Underbow. Our pronouns are he, him.
Hi, I am Carlos Luna. I am your dungeon master, and my preferred pronouns are he, him.
Hi, my name is Surena, and I play Ashbourne, and my preferred pronouns are she, her.
Hey, this is Shareef Jackson. I play Shaka, and my pronouns are he, him.
Okay, guys. Ooh, let's get... one announcement. At the... if you're in the chat right now, watching this, and you have questions for our characters, at the end of the show, we will be answering those questions in character. So maybe write them down as we... Like, that was weird. I'm going to ask Celise later what she meant by that. Or, like, I'm just going to say something awesome. If you think of something awesome, say it in the chat later on when we take questions. Okay, guys.
Last time,
let's
on
get
Rivals
into it.
Of Waterdeep.
Previously. Guys, I can't get a clean cut for the podcast if you keep laughing at my awesome jokes. Previously on, what is it called again?
Rivals
Of Waterdeep. Okay. Yeah, let's get into it. What happened last episode?
Many things.
Yeah.
There was training montage.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
3 months of what we had been doing and things and all the little...
What we did on our summer vacation.
Yeah.
It was like the 5-paragraph essay of summer vacation.
Worked a lot. Traveled a lot.
Yeah, I mean, so like Zaraj has been training us. We kind of all talked about how we navigate through the city. I mentioned how I kind of... I like the way that, like you put it, basically Ocean 11'd my way through the city. I was like someone's butler, then I was a dishwasher, I was someone else's janitor, kind of just switching suits around and that kind of stuff.
Coats on coats
Yeah,
on coats.
yeah, I just wore like 50 coats.
I love that.
Awesome.
I love it. And it's also so fitting, I think, for Shaka. I love seeing that he's kind of coming into his own, getting his own groove. It's so fitting for him to have, many disguises, because he's also always trying to like hide his horns too.
Yes, for sure.
So I think he's used to that. And yeah, I love that disguise thing. What else happened?
Well, I think both Ash and I were plying our trade.
Yes.
We came up with a new vaudevillian troupe called
The prickly urchin and chips.
Yes, prickly urchin and chips. That was something that we had been building towards, and I think we're approaching our final form.
Yes.
As a performing duo.
What's the final form? What does that mean?
I mean, you'll have to see,
Okay.
right?
As long as this hits the requirements for your bardic management degree.
Yes. Complete all my competencies.
Yeah.
And,
Is that an accredited
yeah,
school,
it's an accredited school.
Make sure you
It's
register.
like Oral Roberts.
I get a certificate at the end.
Yeah, it's a parent certificate.
But we talked to a bar owner named Brandor, and
Yes.
it seems like we are trying to become a weekly or a show at his establishment.
Yes.
Yeah, he's hoping that you guys bring in more people. I think in the back of his mind, he really hopes that you bring in like a higher clientele. I think he is trying to see you guys as a reason to come into his neighborhood, to come into the tavern, and like, maybe other establishments will clean up their act too. So he's gentrification.
Yes. Regentrify the area.
Gentrifying Waterdeep.
So dungeons and gentrification.
Yes. Waterdeep is Brooklyn, y'all.
It's no longer deep. It's just shallow.
Right.
That was a good one.
Thank you.
Yeah, Celise tried to, Celise bonded some with Zaraj, and then she tried to be nice to her.
I love Celise's story. I love like everyone is doing, working on these hard, tough things for them. And Celise it's so sweet that this is something that's tough and hard for Celise. She literally got up try to eat some eggs, and watch someone play chess.
And it was just frustration all around.
She got
And
taken
it was
to
like,
task.
why are you here? Are you sick? It's like,
Yeah. Even Montgomery was surprised.
Montgomery needs to go back in that cupboard under the
But you did get into a smush hug with Rin and Ash.
Yeah.
Yes, and that
Yes.
was like her beginning of the maybe this was a mistake.
Oh no!
I found it very relatable just because there's times where I'm like, oh, I'm going to do this now. I'm going to be this type of guy, the guy that I like to hang around, but like I can't quite, pass off as the guy that you want to hang around, I always kind of revert back to my old ways, my old cynical ways. But then you had that nice heart-to-heart with Siraj at the end.
Yeah, and everyone's like now shipping Siraj.
Yeah.
I won't say no to fanfic. Just
Yeah, and basically we're all headed to Three Dagger Road.
Yeah.
Three Dagger Alley, yeah.
Three Dagger Alley. Avenue.
Speaking of Alley,
Boulevard.
Rin.
Oh yeah.
Rin's been hanging out in alleys, kind of like losing.
Yeah, for real. It's a very, very dark place. Ren's just been went back into stealing and being a thief, and just kind of lost his sense of everything, and kind of bringing his way back. So
Yeah, and it sounds like it's different. Before, I got a sense that Rin's an orphan. He stole, and at a certain point, it was survival, and then at a certain point, it became like, oh, I want to change my status in life. And now he's kind of back. He reverted back to square one, because I think we all have the old streets still sing to us. So a lot of times we go back to what's comfortable, and what's comfortable is what we were raised at. And Ren kind of wasn't raised.
Yeah.
He is back to almost like, you said he's kind of losing his mind a little bit. He's kind of reverted back, and that's how I saw it. And it was very sad when I know we played, and I thought about it later, and I was just like, oh, that is really sad. He kind of went back to where the start was to try to figure out who he is. And you can definitely tell he's changing a little bit, how he split up his share with Levin, where he's kind of going through the motions of a thief, but I feel like he's really not a thief. Ashbourne.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were on rooftops.
Right. Sleaze and I had a really fun race.
Well, really fun for you.
It was so fun. It was, I don't know. Zaraj is training Ash to be like him, the way that he moves, the way that he is just this mysterious, like, dark knight on top of rooftops. That's what Ash wants to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, and I'll say it, in Zaraj's mind, he's just trying to train you to survive. I think Ash is thinking he's training me to be like him.
Oh, absolutely. Like, she takes mentorship really, really to heart.
yeah.
And especially because, Zaraj is the one who told her that because of her arm, people want to kill her friends and they're a target. So if she can make herself the big bad, then like maybe people will leave her friends alone.
Yeah. Not anything that Ashbourne can control, but she does have a target on her back. And, maybe that's weighing on her, knowing that for no fault of her own, she might be inadvertently the weak link in the party. Something that other people can go undetected, but maybe, if she is detected, it's more dire consequences for her than anyone else. And that comes to the party too.
Right. Because she's always had, this thing about her. And now it used to be that it was her being made fun of and it was her problem. Now it's everybody's problem.
Oh, yeah.
So
It's more than being made fun of.
yeah, no, it's more like murder. Murder type. Yeah.
Murder fun of.
Murder fun of, yes.
So apparently I missed the memo about this being the black hat side of the table. Screw it.
Yes.
I'll just wear my own black
I have
hat.
another black hat up there if anyone wants to wear it. Well, there's two black hats over there. There's two black hats over there. I don't think you guys can see that, but there are black hats over there.
So are we now are we down the gray path?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
Is this like a faction?
This isn't Destiny.
I know.
Some weird dancing.
You have to get the
Yes,
nine.
when you're a jet, you're a jet.
You gotta get the switchblade.
Oh my god.
Okay, let's get into it, guys. You guys ready? Getting hyped?
Let's go.
Hype.
Episode 12. You turn onto 3 Daggers Alley. Roll perception.
Oh, all of us?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh, wow.
19.
18.
14.
Natural 20.
That's 20.
Not 20.
Oh, okay. Well,
He stole my perception.
What did you get?
2.
Oh man, that bath must have wore off.
I'm still mad about people trying to be nice to me.
are you saying that her power comes from bathing?
Right, it's from
Look,
cleanliness.
it's called a Lazarus pit, man. It happens.
This episode's sponsored by Lush products.
I will take some Lush.
Great. Well, I mean, Ren, we'll start with you. I guess everyone pretty much sees it except for Celise. You're not picking up all these details as everyone else is. As you turn the corner to 3 Daggers Alley, it's pretty empty. There are some shops open, but for the most part, a lot of them are closed or run down. You can tell this part of town thrived at one time or another, but those times have long since passed. The shops that you see that are open seem sketchy at best. There's a sign for a trading post that's obviously no longer a trading post. It looks more like a makeshift tavern. People are just inside drinking. Nothing's being sold. People are just hanging out. A lot of the buildings are boarded up as well, but again, you can tell that people have broken through windows or ripped up floorboards. A lot of the glass is fogged out or graffiti on the sides. And people are just coming in and out of it in ways that you wouldn't think. Like, no one's exiting the front door on a lot of these. A lot of it is just like pulled from the side. People are coming around corners. There's weeds coming up from the properties as well. You're staring at all of this, and you hear a voice. It's coming from the middle of the street, and it sounds so familiar. You swear you know it from somewhere. Rin, as you approach, you see there are 4, maybe 6 people in the center, huddled in this circle, and the voice is so clear right now. You hear, people, listen to me. The City Watch doesn't care about you. They don't care about your family or what happens to you. The Central Dock Ward means nothing to them. The only thing that they care about is protecting the goods that are coming in from the docks off your back, because they belong to the rich. People, listen to me. Your friends, your family, they're all in danger. Someone or something is picking us off one by one. We need to band together on this, people, or else these gangs will tear us apart. We need to show the City Watch that we are worth saving, that protection isn't just for the rich. You hear booing, that they work for us. A surly man from the back yells at her. And how do you suppose we do that, miss? Well, we stop working. We stop serving them. If we stop, the machine stops. The entire machine grinds to a halt. They will have to hear us out then. They'll just have to. The crowd bursts out into laughter. The man starts laughing. Stop working? How the hell am I supposed to eat? He gets so serious. Live. Drink. Take care of my own. Well, I admit, it will be hard at first, but I think you think what? You think it's going to work out? The small crowd around her begins to dissipate, and the man walks up to her and says, I'm going to give you some advice, because you're obviously not from Waterdeep, and you sure as hell ain't from the Central Dock Wars. Keep your head down and your ears open. That's how you stay safe. You want to save someone? save yourself. And the person he's talking to is a person you all know, Melanie.
Oh, wow.
She looks shaken a little, but she composes herself. She doesn't notice you at first. She hands the man a pale green leaflet. She says, "Sir, I assure you my head is always high, and as for my ears, well, that's actually good advice. My ears are always open to hear from people in need, who need help. I'd like to discuss more of your opinions further, and this at this town hall meeting I'm organizing with local citizens." You notice her hand is shaking a little, and she seems a little bit rattled. This guy kind of like got in her head. "It's at the apothecary down the block on Tuesday. Please do come." He looks at it, looks down, looks at her, crumples the paper in his hand, and shoves it in his pocket, and walks away.
Melanie, hey.
She turns around. She like goes to hug you and like stops for a second. "Hello. Hi."
Hi, Melanie.
She looks so surprised to see you. And she's like, "Oh, nice to meet you, citizen."
Oh, Melanie, like you giving us the... Well, okay, I'm thinking that you're giving me the cold shoulder. I don't say it.
I think Ash sort of gets it, maybe. "Nice to meet you, too." And I, like, very clumsily bow to you. "This is the first time I've seen you."
And Celeste is just...
Okay, roll deception.
Oh, dear.
Because why are you doing this? Why?
Because I can tell that she wants to keep it a secret for some reason.
Yes, okay. That's what I figured. The deception is actually for the other people.
Okay.
For the people around, right?
I
Yes.
thought they had left.
Well, there's people all
Okay,
around the
there's-
street. This is
okay.
in the middle of a street.
Okay,
You
gotcha.
know, there's people just wandering and walking.
I see.
It was actually a 19.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so people are like, this is a weird girl, but
What a weird girl.
they're obviously meeting for the first time. That's what these people think.
All right. Well, I'm interested to hear more about your platform.
Oh, yes. It's a lovely platform. You guys look so good.
Thank you, lady.
Sounds like a good platform to me. We look good.
She kind of snaps back just like a little bit. Where are you guys?
We're all.
You're all there?
Yeah, we are. I
So
think
you
we're
guys
all
are
just-
kind of like
They're just
like hand over shoulder, like looking on.
I look at her and I say, "It looks like you're trying to form some sort of grouping,
Oh,
like a employment protection union."
oh, God, I wish we were that far along. Let's walk and talk. If you have time.
I have so much time.
You're so fucking weird, Ash.
Celeste is just standing there with like her eyes narrowed and staring at Melanie like, "I see what you're doing."
And she picks up on it, and she starts walking forward and is gesturing to things around the area, these condemned buildings and these people just walking by. From an onlooker's perspective, it would look like she's giving you a tour of this area. But she is now talking plainly to you. After you left, I had to find my own place. Getting people involved is so hard. Getting them to fight for their God's given right is even harder. Oh, I wish you could have come to our meeting. Unfortunately, I can't be seen with you guys anymore.
Why?
After you left the city watch came, and that sergeant's man, dreadful. He questioned me. She kind of looks down as like she's talking. I'm not proud of what I did. I told them that you held me against my will. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You don't understand. You left me there. Okay, forgive me. I had no choice. They were going to charge me as an accomplice for the entire event, for all the crimes. I think the only reason they let me go is because they were using me as bait. Every day I would go out and there'd be a different city watch I could see off the corner of my eyes just tracing me. Thank God you guys didn't show up. They would have taken you for sure.
Well, one must do what one must do. There are things that I have had to do that were particularly underhanded. So, I, for one, understand.
I want to cut to what Perrin is thinking that he has done underhandedly. Let me see that.
Perrin will often... All right, so there was this one time where this guy was sitting and he was drinking, and he walked away. He came back and he thought someone spit in his drink.
Oh, God.
But actually what happened was some, like, this is gross, but some snot fell from his nose. It was like an orc, and it's just slobbering, and it dropped into his drink, and it changed the color of his drink.
Okay.
And he went to fight the barkeep.
Yeah.
And so he was gonna fight him, and they fought, and he killed the barkeep. I could have stopped it.
Oh.
But I just sat and watched it happen because it wasn't me.
Yeah.
Like, why should I get involved?
You just had just popcorn. Or
Yeah, I was just sitting there.
Said
Like, I
gift with
literally
Michael
sat there with
Jackson.
peanuts.
Yeah.
And I was just eating them and drinking my drink while all this was happening.
I was not expecting that story.
And then after he killed him, I went and I stole some.
Okay. That's what I was expecting.
There it is. There it is.
Yeah.
Right. Then I stole some liquor.
Okay, so when parents thinking about this, he has regret now that he didn't have then. He didn't. Did he feel weird during that moment, or?
Self-preservation is always paramount. So, like, there was a tinge of guilt.
Yeah.
But there wasn't, because again, like you're saying, he does have more regret now. He understands what Melanie is going through, but he looks at all of us as a family, including Melanie. We've been through so much together that he regrets that she had to make the choices that she had to make. He wishes that she didn't paint us as criminals to the watch, but he still does understand.
Yeah, he understands survival. I like doing these, and I'll probably do more of these cut twos to Perrin. I was thinking about it a lot, and a lot of Perrin stuff is internal because his deception and his performance is so high on the outside. So I will be cutting back to hear more on what's going inside Perrin's mind at that time. Yeah.
All right. I want to ask Melanie a question. Melanie, is there anything you've learned in the last 3 months of, being around, talking to like the citizens and stuff that can help us like navigate around the city, maybe help out Nightstone by trying to find this, Xanathar and this gold?
Yeah. The gangs pretty much run everything in Waterdeep. At least everything of the people. When you get up higher, it all starts to meld together. Gangs and the rich and the powerful, they all come in different forms, but they're all the same. It's these people, and she kind of points, to the people on the streets, to the people with rundown homes. It's these people that are suffering, that truly matter. As you take a closer look, it's not so much like this place is it's a dried up town. It's no one is taking care of anything. I think a lot of times we see these places in real life and we just think, oh, this is a bad neighborhood. This is, bad people live here. Mm-hmm. But bad people don't live there. Poor people live there. People that the city forgot about, that the city took advantage of and took from. And as you look around, you see families here and there, or you see children. A lot of times you see a person and you don't think this person has a life and a background and people that love them. We forget about that sometimes when we see poverty. It's so easy to ignore poverty, I guess. And as you look around and you're pointing, it does feel different than a lot of places that you've seen in Waterdeep. From an outsider's perspective, it does seem really dangerous. It does seem dangerous, but that's just a vibe that you're getting. The place itself isn't dangerous. The people in there isn't dangerous. There's something that is dangerous. And that's the vibe that you're getting from her.
Melanie,
Yes.
mind worms. Where is your mind worm?
Oh my gosh, Melanie!
Oh, I had mine removed right away.
Oh, that's good. That's really good. I was really scared for you.
What did you guys do with your mind worms?
I mean, they're
Well, I got bit in the foot by a crazy intellect devourer.
Oh, God.
thingy that
Yeah.
fried mine and might still be in there. Who knows?
We cut to Shaka in the days that had passed afterwards. You guys on that first night had your mind worms taken out. Montgomery has sat down maybe every 3 days with Shaka to carefully extract pieces of the mind worm psyche that is stuck in his head. What had happened was the psychic energy from a mind worm, the psychic energy from this intellect devourer, your own mind and your patron's mind all inside your tiefling head. One of them dies, one of them gets fried, one of them tries to come in. And I guess the best analogy I can give you is you have dead psychic worm in your head that's blocking your patron at this time. Montgomery has tried his best to the headaches that you're receiving, that Shaka is getting, are his patron knocking on the door, and he can't get in. He can't get in. How Montgomery has taken it as he will go as deep as possible to remove as much as possible. How have you been handling that? Have you been letting him in to remove it to get your patron in, or have you kind of keeping Montgomery at an arm's length?
I have not been letting the patron in. So as I mentioned, well, sorry, I'm answering Shaka. I'm still having a bit of a crisis of faith, and I just need some time on my own to figure out what I'm going to do. So I've been kind of putting Montgomery, kind of running him around the ringer a bit, because I noticed that my patron was blocked ever since that I was bitten. So I've been, kind of, I want to keep it the way it is, basically.
Yeah.
And I'll deal with the headaches and stuff because that means I'm fully in control of what I'm doing.
But you're not filling Montgomery in on this.
No.
Okay. Roll deception for me. I just want to know where Montgomery is with you.
15.
Ooh. Yeah. So you, how are you doing that? He's in your mind and he's going to these moments trying to pick up pieces of the parasite.
Right.
The parasite is not so much attacking memories like they were attacking the cornerstone memories. It's kind of dissolving into other memories, not hurting it, but maybe coloring those memories in your head. Mm-hmm. How are you? I imagine you're running him around.
Right. Yeah. So he sees the memories that are colored and the ones that might be changed, but he doesn't know what the true memory is.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah,
so,
he wouldn't know.
Yeah. So like, for example, there's a memory of my parents, right? And they're very loving and like caring, and they're raising me, and that sure didn't happen.
Oh.
So I'm just like, oh yeah, this is exactly as I remember it.
That is messed up.
So I'm kind of giving him almost like the history I wish I had.
Yeah.
Because one thing that the mindworm, that the effects of the dead mindworm psyche is kind of like trying to seduce me into a life that I had dreamed about as
Yeah.
a kid.
And they're definitely not super strong memories. They're not cornerstone memories of these fantastic moments, but you actually might have the worst of it because you have these small, tiny moments that just feel normal. And it's so easy to get sucked into normal and something comfortable. That's really sad, especially because you have to not only put on an act for Montgomery, it's so hard not to get swept up into that, into the...
It really is. It is a seduction, truly. But after thinking about it, I'm like, well, first of all, I haven't told any of them who my patron is. And I'm also having a crisis of faith, like regardless. So I'd rather be in full control without having to spill the beans to everybody that, my patron is the, group we're trying to, the person leading, the beholder that's leading the group that, that we're eventually looking for. So
Yes. And Montgomery sits down with you week after week, like twice a week, and
it's like class.
he feels like he's doing good work too.
Yeah,
You make him
exactly.
feel good about it, like good job, buddy.
job.
Like you did that thing. It's like, oh my God, my parents. And yeah, that's what's happening. And he is a little suspicious. I'll say that. I rolled for him. He's a little suspicious, not of you though, of his own powers, of his own. He's just like, man, it shouldn't be taking this long. I should have been able to find all the pieces. Sometimes I show up and he's taking things out that don't matter, that don't matter at all. So he'll be in the like, oh, I know something's wrong here. And you're like, oh, these are my loving parents. He should be taking that out, but instead he's taking out like a lamp or a candle outside,
Right. Yeah. So like that's part of how I mislead him is I see I remember say, oh, I don't remember that the table was here.
Yeah.
It was actually over there.
So he's taking out
Yeah.
garbage basically.
Yeah.
And leaving that dam up. He's not taking it apart.
Right.
I hope there's never a crack in that dam.
We'll see.
Anyways,
Oh my gosh.
That happened.
yeah, and then back to you in the streets with Melanie.
I feel like, Ren's like, are we still in danger? Like, we need to know if, like, we should be watching our backs, if someone's going to attack us at night anytime.
The guards, are they still looking for us?
Yeah.
I don't think the guards are still looking for you, but you have to understand what I'm trying to do. It can't be tarnished. I'm sorry. I can't be seen with vigilantes or anyone. I'm trying to help these people.
These people need a lot of help, and I want to help them too. How can I help? Can I help?
I don't know. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing.
Well, are there maybe some crimes or something that people are consistently complaining about that maybe we can take a look at?
Yeah, you want us to solve crimes?
Sheesh.
We're not part of the guard. We're not going to solve their crimes.
Because the guards, they don't care about people.
Yeah, they
Well,
just
those
look the
same
other
guards
way.
are looking for us.
Yeah.
But maybe they're ignoring the crime.
I'm with
know?
Ash. I want to solve some crimes.
Maybe we can help these people.
Yeah.
I mean, I came here as a public service. It was, I wanted to help these people. And then you hear rumors, people are missing. They go missing. And the city does nothing for them.
Missing?
They're just gone. And no one knows where and why. And I can't help but think if they had more money or if they're more powerful or more influential, that it would matter a little bit more. But it just doesn't. After you left, I had to find my own place in Waterdeep. I tried serving for a while. That was not pretty. Manual labor does not suit me. I thought about what I'm good at, where my power truly is. My power is in public service. So I went to the place where people needed me the most, and I started working. And I'll tell you what, it's the most rewarding thing I've ever done.
Celise is getting more annoyed the more she says you left because we didn't leave. We were kind of chased out of town.
Yeah, it's true.
So Celise is like just constantly just giving her the dirtiest look.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
like the left. Okay.
Oh yeah, she definitely knows. She had a nat 20. Yeah, an insight. She looks over, and also it's the looks. It's something you've been working on too. Like you've been working on, your vibe and your emotion, and your armor's different. You know what I mean? Like your armor, you look like a different person, and you're also very menacing. And she picks it up, and she says, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. There's nothing I could do. I just wanted to help people. And she kind of like looks down. She's like, we're already making changes. There's interest in this area, in helping reform it. She kind of like puts her head back down.
Celise is like, well, because as a paladin, she's like, you lied on us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like she understands surviving because before becoming a paladin, she's done some things, but she's just like, we didn't just abandon you, Melanie. We didn't just leave you.
I know.
Please understand, Celise. Melanie just did what she had to do, just as we did what we had to do.
I understand. That doesn't mean I have to like it.
As a paladin, one of the things that you are particularly universal in doing is giving grace. Grace must be given to Melanie.
Telling me how to do my job.
He's bard-splaining.
You're really
You can just see like the stony look is now focused on Perrin. I know where you sleep.
And so does my unseen servant.
I think I want to help. I think we should help Melanie.
Well, you guys are on your first test. I should reiterate this.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
why you guys are here.
Yeah.
You guys are here. Zaraj had heard that people are missing. He wanted you to go check it out. This is the first test that you guys had after your long training.
Right.
We should have talked about that.
Yes.
But that's why he sent you there. This isn't something, and I mentioned this before in the last episode, this isn't something that Zaraj would normally concern himself with. He has been obsessing over the Xanathar and obsessing over the City Watch. Most importantly, this Sargets guy who was there that night in the amphitheater. He's kind of the captain of the City Watch.
The racist guy.
Yeah. But he also, so Zaraj sent you there. You guys all roll insight, actually. Let's see if anyone got a vibe off Zaraj.
17.
11.
14.
Okay, the 17.
22.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so Perrin and Ashburn, like both performers back to back. You guys got a vibe. You guys can read your audience. You know when you're getting the orders from Zaraj that this probably isn't the most dire of things that he wanted done today. It sounds like you guys were sent out in the field. This is your first time in the field, but he kind of sees you as noobs, and maybe not expecting much, maybe just expecting that you guys just don't destroy the place.
Such low expectations.
He himself is just trying to, he himself is just unturning every stone. And he's got his own leads, but he's sending you guys. It feels like he's sending you guys out just to like turn some stones, make sure there's nothing there. Come on back tonight.
Okay.
Make it back home tonight.
I mean, Melanie, is there any information you can give us about these disappearances?
Yeah. Do you remember the first one? Were you there, or was it happening before you even got here?
They say it's been happening. It's been happening this entire time. But I mean, people come and go in Waterdeep all the time. Like, so no one really thought about it. But then in these buildings, there's no addresses. There's no families put up here. There people that take corners in rooms, people that leave and come and go. So there's no way to track these people. But they all slowly notice that certain people just stop showing up. They stop coming around. I think for the longest time, they thought the best. They thought maybe they got jobs in different parts, or maybe they got their own place to stay. But more and more, the rumors started spreading that people were disappearing, that people were getting lost. I mean, when I came here, this is probably one of the worst sectors. The central part of the dock ward is probably one of the worst parts, just on how everyone has forgot about these people. And just like we're trying to rebuild. And, when I was at the Jade Dragon, I met Merrick Cartwright. And she kind of lights up when she says the name. She also says the name like, you guys should know who this person is.
Yeah, who's that guy?
It's like, he runs the apothecary. He runs several apothecaries. He's one of my first converts. I take great pride in landing Merrick on my little adventure. And she explains. She lights up, and as she's explaining, she actually points into this direction of this building that looks bad. It looks bad as the other ones, but it has wooden scaffolding on the outside. Someone's doing work on it. Mm-hmm. It's being built up. There's people walking in and out of it. It's an apothecary. And she goes into detail. She says, I convinced him to open his next apothecary right here in Three Daggers Alley. Obviously, it took a lot of convincing with all the... distress around and all the work that obviously needed to be done, condemned buildings, and doesn't get a lot of foot traffic.
Is it an artisanal apothecary?
An artisanal, like from Pier 1? It's so funny because when I wrote it in my notes, I kept hearing David Schwimmer's voice from Friends. Do you guys remember that episode with the apothecary table? I kept thinking about that the entire time. And thank you for reminding me why I shouldn't have used it.
It's good.
My apothecary table.
I like it. Keep it.
Yeah, so she goes into detail. But I convinced him all right. I said this would be a great spot. I spun straw into gold. The buildings are cheap. Travel from the docks would be incredibly fast. So if he needed to move his goods that were coming in from ships, he could get it in no time. Fast, cheap labor. Look we're surrounded. These people want to go back to work. These people need someplace. They can be found in every corner, and and it just works in the best interest because these are the people that need medication, that need help. It was a win. And I'm so happy. I'm so happy he's here and that we're finally starting. This is going to be the keystone. You want to make something better? You bring medicine to it. And she's very proud of herself.
All right,
But those people who disappeared,
Yes.
do you remember an area, or
I've never met anyone personally, but
is it concentrated to one location?
this area itself, so you guys would know this because you've been training in this area, that when Zaraj says Three Daggers Alley, you guys know where that is.
Okay.
It's actually this triangle. Three Daggers Alley is kind of in this triangle between Snail Street,
Snail Street.
Yeah, I didn't make it up.
So cute. I like it. Sorry.
It's
Like all the-
between Snail. It's my map's not showing up, but it's between like Snail Street and this. It basically makes a triangle.
Okay.
It's inside it. Someone's probably looking up the map right now for me.
What kind of triangle are we talking? Isosceles, right?
Equilateral.
Scaling.
Equilateral.
What's an equilateral?
That's where all the sides are equal.
It's not an equilateral.
Oh, damn
It's
it.
Isn't it a cute one where it's like...
It's not very cute. It's one of the ones. No, I'm joking. It is the one with one right angle.
Right.
It's a right?
Yes.
Okay, that sounds right.
Sweet.
Okay, it's that one.
I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, Shareef is actually a math tutor. So
I'm
he
trying to get the image in my head.
he loves them triangles.
I do love them triangles.
So, and when I say it's a triangle, I mean on one street, going down one side is a group of houses, going down one side is a group of houses, going down the other group of houses, and in the middle it's kind of scattered, forming the alleys.
Okay.
So again, this place is not like Chicago. It's not set up on a grid. It's set up every which way. So you can be traveling down a very short street, a very short alley, a very long one. Sometimes buildings are grouped together in 3 or 8 or 5. Sometimes they're packed back to back. Sometimes a single row. You don't really know. You'd have to see the map, which is not showing up. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, she says just somewhere within the triangle they we're losing people. Now I'd like to think the best. I'd like to think maybe they're getting jobs. Maybe they're finding their own path. But I can't help but think that they're not. And it's scaring me.
How far away is the apothecary? Is it like right down?
It's like right there. You guys
Yeah.
can see it.
Okay.
It's like right on this corner.
I don't feel like I'm getting anything from Melanie.
Yeah.
So I'm
I
gonna
wanna
walk
investigate.
to the up to there and talk
Just
to
walk
Merrick.
away from her.
Leave this
Hey,
It's just like,
I could misty step away.
Right.
No, I'm just gonna look. There's like 4 of you guys there, and a knock knock. There's 5 of you guys.
Oh, knock knock's not there.
Okay. Oh, knock knock's.
Yeah,
not
he
there.
didn't.
Yeah, he didn't come.
Oh,
with.
right.
Yeah.
And Duo's not there either. Oh, okay. Yeah. So yeah, I'm walking.
Okay.
I'm bouncing.
You guys, you're going to?
Yeah,
You guys
yeah.
gonna pop good?
Yeah, let's go too.
Everyone going?
I'm gonna wrap
say
up this
goodbye.
conversation.
I'm like fed up with her. I feel like she's just feeding us BS. I'm like,
Yeah.
Liz just like gives her one last
Nah,
dirty
there.
look. Like,
the 3 of you guys walk away to the apartment.
Yeah, so she's just like flanked by Karen and I
Yes.
and
I
Chips.
love it. It's like a synced up. We turn
Yeah.
and walk away.
So you're not probably allowed to talk to us anymore, huh?
No, I shouldn't. I actually shouldn't be talking to you guys. I feel so bad, but I've been building my reputation and trying to get people to trust me, and I'm sorry, but if the City Watch ties us together, that's it. All the hard work I've done for these people stops before it truly starts. 90 days. 90 days isn't enough to see real change. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I appreciate everything that you have done.
Very well, Melanie. You must go on your own path, while we must go on ours.
But if you need to send us a signal, or if something is really, really bad and you need help, just know that you can reach out to us. You're not by yourself. I think that you think that, but you're not.
yes, she is.
As they're walking
Bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's nice to know that you're out there. Mm-hmm. And she kind of hesitates to like give you a hug and stops and puts out her hand and then like hands you a leaflet and it's just like, thank you very much. And then shakes your hand. You could tell she wants to hug you both, but she walks across the street and starts talking to another random person she sees in the doorway.
Peace upon you.
Yes, and so Ash says that really loud too. That's a thing now. Peace upon you.
Cool.
And then
So
we run off.
You guys want to go to the apothecary too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So on the way there, I'm gonna kind of duck off to the side, and I'm gonna switch to one of my like kind of tattered looking outfits.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna like basically assume the persona of someone that needs help,
it.
like someone that just came off the dock.
Yeah.
And is looking for
Roll. What is that? Stealth.
clothes.
So it's a disguise,
Roll
right?
clothes.
Roll clothes. Oh, crit fail. I just changed it to just an ugly.
You bring it. Like,
Cross color outfit.
It's like, why are my pants on my leg?
You want that to be your fail? That you have pants on your hands?
And you walk into the scene.
You can make that it. I was gonna say you have colors of a different ward, but yeah, I mean pants on your arms works.
Let's go with that.
Yeah, I think you. Yeah, you're wearing a mishmash of like a couple different outfits where it would kind of be like if I was wearing overalls over a Blockbuster video polo over, like my Sears hat on. like I look like I belong to too many different factions to be one thing, you're holding your lunch pail. It's like, I'm ready to go, guys. Okay. Yeah, so that's what you look like, right? And you head back to the group and yeah.
Yep.
Shaka?
wow.
Hey guys, this is my disguise. What do you guys think?
That's interesting.
It's good.
Yeah.
It should be interesting. I'm a master of disguise. That's what I've been doing my past 3 months.
So Lisa's like dying to just rip them off and be like, please put these on normally.
No, you guys don't get it. When these guys, when they come off the dock, they all look a mess. So if I look a mess,
I think this could work.
Yeah,
Ren.
I dig
if
it.
Ren believes me, I'm
He's
good.
smart.
Ren knows the streets.
True, and that was what we went to.
He knows the streets. His ear is to the streets. Okay, so like I'm gonna kind of duck away. I'm gonna look for like sort of a group of people I see that are like coming from the direction of the dock to the to the I can't pronounce it, apothecary.
Yeah.
Apothecary. Yeah. So like I'm gonna try to mix in kind of like in the back of them so I can go in that.
Yeah, and there's people coming and going all the time. None of these people look professional at all. The apothecary is open and it's bustling, not with customers, but with laborers, all going every which direction. It's chaos. It's chaos outside. It's chaos inside. And it sounds like no one knows where they're going and knows what they're doing. One guy is building a staircase off in the corner, and next to him, another guy is trying to figure out which side of the floor plans it goes up. So he's like twisting around, kind of looking at. This is local hired help, and they're building it at a very fast rate. What they're building, you're just kind of like, oh, I don't know. I don't know if this is going to work out. This doesn't look very professional. These are obviously locals from the neighborhood that have been hired to help to build it, and it just looks bad. So you go up, you see a group of, it's not going to be hard. Like, I won't even make you roll. Like, so what do you want to do? You want to go up to them?
I don't want to crit fail again. I'm just like, hey guys, I'm Shaka. I'm a vigilante. So like I just mix in. I just say like guys, I hope you guys are having a good day. I've had a rough one, but looks like we're all heading to the same place. So let's go.
Yeah, and they'll make small talk with you. They make a little small talk, and you guys are basically right outside the building. So you can walk up to the scaffolding. You can walk inside. There's someone laying bricks on the re-bricking it and like stuff like that. So what did you want to do?
So I want to try to get within eyesight of Merrick.
Okay,
Like is he in the?
roll perception or investigation.
Okay.
You investigating?
13.
13. Yeah. You hear a voice from inside that's louder than the rest.
Okay. All right.
It sounds like someone's directing you. I would imagine you assume that is Merrick, or at least the person in charge of this.
So what I want to do is so I'm not an architect, but I'm like savvy enough to know the correct way that a floor plan is.
That's very true.
So I very loudly correct this guy so I can kind of get Merrick's attention.
Roll intelligence. I want to know. Ooh. I see that from here.
Is a 22.
What do you see? What do you see on the floor plan?
So like the guy is not only holding it upside down,
Yeah.
but he like, well, I don't know if there's a metric system in this world.
Yeah, we'll say we use them. We'll say they use the metric system.
But yeah, he's like he has like crappy American system things. So he's thinking in inches and feet and pounds, and I'm like,
What are you talking about? Crappy. Everyone in the world
crappy.
doesn't use this.
you know, so I'm correcting him, and I'm letting him know that the measurements are actually in like meters, meters.
yeah.
But like I'm doing it very loudly and kind of arrogantly too.
Okay.
Because like I'm trying to sound like kind of like a jerk superior.
Yeah.
Kind of, you know.
I like this. I'm going to hold this scene. I like it a lot. What are you guys doing?
Yeah, I was gonna ask where were we?
Yeah, you guys are basically
I
right
like
outside.
dived out and went.
Yeah, you guys are
separate.
basically right outside the building. It's kind of like if you guys were in the street, he's now walked onto the sidewalk and is like right outside the building, but you guys are standing in front of it. I imagine you're still kind of in motion, slowly walking in front of it, so you can walk around or through, or you can check out other places, whatever you want.
So Ash, like, Melanie was talking a lot about this Merrick person, but it was in this way that was like very, like what I'm trying to think of the world, like self-congratulating. And so proud of this apothecary, but didn't actually tell us anything about the people who are missing, and that's what we wanted to find out. So I want to just kind of walk around to see if I can find. So I want to try to find like the person who was missing the soonest. So I want to find the person in the crowd that looks like they're most distressed because maybe they're missing someone.
Okay, roll investigation.
It's very specific.
Yeah, it's very specific.
Yeah. Oh,
That's a 1.
That is a 1.
that is a crit fail.
That's a crit fail.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you don't. I'm trying to think. You see Shaka. he's in a disguise. I mean, your crit fail. You walk up to, you see
Yeah.
his back, and you're like, "Oh, this guy."
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. I'm at your back, so I don't see your face.
I'm working here.
You seem like you've been through a lot. I feel like you need help.
Do you know how to read a floor plan?
What?
Then leave me alone. I'm working here.
And I look at Chips like, how can I help this poor man?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Sleaze is
See a poor disguised man. Pick up some floor
Sleaze is just
plan.
like, and this is why I hang out with Siraj. So Lisa's walking around looking at the scaffolding. Like, she's not an engineer, so it means nothing to her. So she decides to like kind of slowly walk around the building and
Yeah.
take note of like, you know, are there footprints around? Are people just working in the front? Are there people like kind of around the building, or is it all the activities in the front?
Yeah, roll investigation.
Oh, let me not be stupid again. Oh, yay, 19.
Oh, yeah. Awesome. So you walk around the back. The back is actually connected to other buildings. So on the side of the apothecary are like 2 condemned buildings. In the back of it, there's 3 condemned buildings. There are people making their way every which side. You see people on the roof of the apothecary. You see people like on the ground handing stuff. Some guy is trying to get something to the other guy, so maybe he like takes a shortcut through one of the condemned buildings. People are just going in and out of everywhere, but the majority of them are in the front. There are a lot of more. The back has more of pallets of supplies, bricks and wood and panels and stuff like that.
Does it seem like anyone may have been squatting in these buildings, the abandoned ones?
I mean, they all kind of have that feel to it. You would assume from the noise and the work that's being done that no one's like sleeping in these buildings right now, however they're working. But you don't know exactly if they're working all night on this thing. You don't even know how long they've been there. And also, you're at one end of the triangle. There's other parts of the triangle as well. So, from what you can tell, this place is hopping right here.
Okay, so Sleaze's gonna make some notes to herself, and then slowly make her way back around the front and see what the others are up to.
Okay. What are you guys doing?
Oh yeah, Ren like has that sense too, like Ash did about. Ren has that sense that Melanie like about the clues that we should go find more people. So he walks up to Ash and says, "I'm gonna help you. Let's go find like some clues because I feel like there's something here that we could look for."
Yeah, let's go talk to someone who lives here.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna the scaffolding and all of that stuff is happening, and we're gonna kind of talk to not the people building it or people actually working, but maybe if there's spectators, like people watching the building happening.
Yeah, there definitely are. There
Yeah.
definitely are. I mean, this is something not to be seen, but like something's happening. You know, something's happening in our neighborhood.
Yeah.
Like for the first time in a long time. That's what they're seeing. So there's definitely people out there. Is there someone specific that you're looking for, or?
Just like someone who like knows any information. Like I feel like
We're gonna look for the
Dungeons and Dragons.
we're gonna look for the person who looks like they are the friendliest.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
friendly people.
That'd be
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, roll for that. You just talked to
I talked to Shaka.
Saga.
Definitely not friendly.
All right. Wait. What is my modifier on this? Friends.
So investigation.
Okay. 23.
23. Okay, let's find you a friend.
Find me a friend.
Robbie Jelly?
So you see you're looking for a friendly face. You're looking for someone you can, the opposite of what you just saw, like the poorly disguised Shaka. You feel a little embarrassed.
Yeah.
So you're looking for someone that you know isn't a part of your party.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a person that you know isn't a part of your party is this woman with 2 children.
Okay.
So she's sold in the hands of 2 children. And they're walking down the street. You would estimate she's around late 20s, maybe, female human, extremely long hair. And it's braided, too, and it's still long. It's brown, and she has brown eyes, oval face. And her kids are just, like, talking to each other back and forth. And she's kind of trying to ignore them and just carry on.
So I go into my bag and I give Chips like this like stick, kind of. And I kind of tell Chips to go over to play with those kids. And so...
Roll animal handling.
20.
Ooh, that's 20.
Yeah, not 20 on Chips.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, Chips gets it.
Yeah.
He hasn't been out in a couple episodes. And I mean, a couple hours.
Yeah, he's just...
3 months.
So he hasn't been out in a while, and he's just really excited. Like, yeah, let's do it. Like, I know the stick game. And what does he do? He obviously is successful on this, but what is he successful doing?
So I give Chips the stick, and he bounds up to the kids and does like cute little circles around them, and then has the stick in his mouth and like perches and drops it so they can play fetch with him.
Oh, okay. Sweet. And the little kids, they kind of stop arguing with each other because they were kind of like, going back. And Mom was like trying to keep them apart, and they're super excited. They're like, "It's a dog! It's a dog! It's not a dog. Yes, it is. It's a dog. It's a dog." And it's a little boy and a little girl. The little boy like goes and like grabs the stick and is just like waving it left and right and throws it.
Yeah. So Chips runs and goes and fetches it. I'm running over to them with Ren, being like, oh, sorry. Oh, this is my friend. Hi.
Oh, hello. What is with the fox?
Yeah, that's Chips. He's such a good boy. I guess he's getting along with their kids pretty well.
Yeah, Mom, he's a good boy. And they're like petting the fox. And if you have if you have children, stray animals, you know what I mean? Like you get really nervous, you know?
Yeah. He's very, very trained, and he just loves people.
Okay, he's gonna be nice.
Yeah, he's very nice.
And I go, and I say chips, and I go doo doo, which is like our one of our trick words. And he does his little foxy flip.
Do do do.
Doo, doo, doo.
Okay, you gotta roll animal handling on that one too. It doesn't last forever.
Come on. 18.
Okay, yeah. He perks up. He goes, he's like, doo, doo, doo. And he doesn't say it, but he hears it, and he does his little flip.
He echoes it.
Yeah.
Does a little flip and goes back to the kids. He's very enthralled
Yes.
with the kids. He keeps playing with the kids.
Very great.
Yeah.
Go Chips.
What do you think about that apothecary?
Oh, it's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's really cool. And like he's like,
Yeah, we're like trying to detective now.
I can see you guys just like, yeah, right in her face.
It's a lot of positive that's coming to a place that's experienced a lot of bad stuff recently, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was bound to happen, though. Things can't just get worse and worse. They have to get better.
That's really good.
what kind of things have been happening?
Yeah.
I mean, you just hear rumors. People disappear. People, don't come back.
Do you know anyone who disappeared?
Me personally, no. I don't know anyone. I don't know a lot of people here. I mean, kind of keep to ourselves,
Yeah.
I like to think that maybe they, got a better job or found better place or, just anything. The bird took them.
What?
And the little boy is talking, and he's petting the fox and just playing. Just matter of factly says like, the bird took him.
What
And the
bird?
little girl like shoves him. It's like, it's not a bird, stupid. It's an octopus. The bird took it. It was a bird for sure. No, it was an octopus. Don't mind them. I just need a break from them for like 5 minutes.
I feel like
I'm really curious though. What's octopus? Did you see something?
Yeah, the octopus took the man with the red hat.
Ooh.
No, it wasn't a man with a red hat.
Bless you.
It was a man with a blue hat, and it was a bird.
When did this happen?
Like, I was really, really young. Like, a month. It happened a week ago. Don't listen to him. Listen, they make up these stories all the time.
Well, we're writers, so we're looking for stories.
Roll deception.
Yeah,
I don't know why that's your go-to line.
No, I actually imagine Ash with this journal out too, like writing the stuff down.
6.
6. So she starts to feel really weird.
Okay.
That deception is not working. We're writers.
People are writers.
Yeah, I guess
We're illiterate.
people are,
Not all people.
but also, I mean, it's weird that you're writers and you want to get inspiration from your children.
Well, they're talking about fantastical things.
Yeah, I know, but they're also children, so I don't know. I don't think. I mean, if a kid started talking about giant rabbit,
I don't understand.
if I had a kid and he
Yeah.
was just talking about a giant rabbit,
I wanna
and
know more.
I'd be like, yeah, let's talk about this. And then this random stranger says, no, I'm a writer. I need to hear what your children are talking about. I think I would be a little suspicious.
I mean, it
Gonna make a
feels
movie.
normal. Okay, all right.
So, yeah, she gets like a little. She pauses for a second. It's like, oh, you're writers. What do you write?
We write about musical things.
Oh my
That's just like
Jesus.
So good.
That is great.
This is Rivals of Waterdeep. We write about musical things.
Yeah.
Hold on. He's got a roll for that.
This is Deception, right?
I'm not going to let that go.
Okay, let me see. 16, 19.
Oh, okay.
All right. Musical thing.
I don't know where that came from.
It was perfect.
Yes.
Never changed.
Now you start singing Hamilton.
I know I gotta sing again.
We write about musical things. Okay. She believes that you guys, she's suspicious on the writing based on what you said. Based on what Ren said, musical things like perks her curiosity. So she's still rolling with the suspicion. She wants to know a little bit more, but she's gonna take your word on the musical writings thing.
Wow.
What does that have to do with my children? Your musical?
Yeah, we're writing a musical about, the adventures of Waterdeep. And your children might have a story that we could put in there.
Oh,
They're little vignettes.
Yeah.
There's so many little tiny nuggets of story.
I feel like Rin is actually laughing, like the character in front of this mother.
Try not to laugh. We're just trying not to laugh at this.
So this is when Perrin walks up.
Help us.
And Perrin comes up and he says, "Good evening, madam."
Oh, hello.
Yes, these are my accomplices, Perrin Underbow.
Hold on.
At your service.
You said
Don't use
accomplices.
the word accomplice.
Right, my accomplices. These are the people that
Like, I use the word like.
yes. But they are, yes, my accomplices.
These are my
Because
criminals.
Perrin Underbow at your service. And I bow very regally. I'm a bard extraordinaire. Have you not heard of me?
No, I've never heard of you before. Are you with the
Very
music
well.
writers?
So yes, so these I am, as I said, I am a bard, and they find inspiration throughout Waterdeep to allow me to perform all of the wonderful things. And as you can see, I am a halfling, so children's stories make the most sense.
You hear-
for Perrin Underbow.
You hear the little kids talk. So she's listening to all this, taking it all in. I mean, it's hard enough in this neighborhood to get a job, washing dishes at some tavern or being some servant somewhere. The idea of being 3 musical writers in one space is a little unbelievable. But you do hear, or a little suspicious, I guess. You piqued her interest, like she wants to hear more. Her kids are also playing with the fox, so it's given her some time to herself and not, splitting them apart the entire time. And you hear, after you say, I write children's songs, or we write children's songs, the little boy, you should write a song about a bird. No, write a song about an octopus. Write a song about an octopus. Oh, yes. No, write it about a bird. Write it about a bird. And they're just like yelling for you guys.
So, all right, I guess I'll go over to the kids since I can look them eye to eye. I come over and I pet Chips. Hello, Chips.
Chips loves it.
And
Yeah.
I look at the little boy. Excuse me, little boy. Why is it that you want me to perform unwillingly about a bird?
Well, I don't know. You said that you write songs for kids. I'm a kid. I thought maybe you write a song about a bird, or about a turtle, or about a duck, or about a fish, or about a cloudfish, duck, or about, and the mother has like tuned it out. She hears this type of stuff like all day long.
So why can't we write a song about your sister's octopus?
Yeah, write about the octopus.
Why about the octopus?
Because they have these long, like slinky arm feet. I don't know how that works. It's not like, well, you know how your fingers are kind of like slinky arm things. It's kind of like that, but really long.
Pretty urgent. They're called tentacles.
Tentacles. It's kind of like tentacles. Right about that.
Did you see tentacles take people?
No. Oh, yeah. No, she didn't see it. She saw a bird. A bird took him.
Did maybe the octopus with the tentacles fly?
Well, I didn't see it. I mean, octopus don't fly. Birds fly. Birds fly all the time.
Maybe this octopus had wings.
Maybe put it in the song.
Yeah, let's write about
Yeah,
both.
let's do that.
Yeah.
The octobird?
Okay, play it.
We're just the writers.
Performance.
We're just the writers.
Celeste walks up just in time.
Oh, Celeste walks up. Hey, what's
It's
going
not
on
that
here?
big of a building.
Oh yeah, no, you would have made it by now.
Celeste is just like, Octobird?
All right, so am I performing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want three of you to roll performance, and then I want to actually see this performance.
So you guys gonna freestyle
You guys are
the Octobird? Okay.
All right, I got a 16.
Ooh,
12.
okay,
12.
okay.
Yeah.
Backups.
Yeah.
We're backup singers.
Right.
Okay, how does this bird octopus song go?
So we get in formation first.
What's
first and foremost.
Okay, what's formation?
Like some
look
Beyonce
like?
formation.
So we do a flying V. So Perrin is in the center,
Yes.
and Rin and I are flanking him
Yes.
slightly behind to
Okay.
create this V. And we are both looking at Perrin now.
How are you contributing to the besides dance musically? How are
right.
you contributing?
Oh, I was
We're
going to
gonna
start
do
clapping.
this. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Oh, we're
you
doing
gonna,
this?
you gonna clap? You gonna
We
clap?
start clapping.
Okay.
To like get it
And
started.
Celise's face looked like that.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't have a lot of rhythm.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, peer up.
Oh, yeah.
It's the Octobird. Octobird. Octobird's the word. Octobird. Octobird. Octobird's the word.
Oh yeah.
If you see the Octobird, run for the hills. Because the Octobird
Yeah.
gets your kills.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Octobird. Octobird. Octobird's the word.
Oh, yeah.
Octobird. Octobird. Octobird's the word.
The kids love it. The kids love it at all.
This is like Who's Line?
You can see, you guys can't see, but Joe, our tech guy, he put his head down on the table and is just shaking with laughter, trying not to laugh out loud, I believe.
Celeste
Yeah.
is just standing there like
Celise's like, Octobird's
like
the
she
word.
wants to smile, but she's afraid everyone will think like she's possessed or something. So she does smile, but she's just like,
I'm so glad I did not hear this. I'm focusing on the floor plans. I didn't even hear it.
And I think, yeah, for sure. So this woman listens to this song, and it's weird. Performed pretty good. I mean, especially for a song that you guys wrote while talking to her children. And in her head, she kind of chalks it up to the neighborhood is changing.
definitely
We got hipsters now.
random hipster bards roaming the streets.
Yeah, every time I see a crust punk in Logan Square, I think the Octobird's the word. I don't think anyone's going to get that joke, but that's okay. So yeah, she is kind of like, wow, there's actually people here in my neighborhood that will entertain my children. So yeah, she's happy about it.
So I look at, or Perrin looks at one of the kids now, and he says, "Well, now that you know that the Octobird is the word, can you tell me what the Octobird may have done?"
The little boy looks at the little girl, and she looks back, and he kind of puts his head down just a little bit and goes, "I can't tell you, my mom's here."
We got to distract her.
Yeah, I ain't got time for.
I was gonna
Spell time, Perrin.
Dissonant whispers on the mom.
No, don't do that. She's so nice.
Let's go.
Yeah, so I ain't got time for these kids not telling me what I need to know.
Oh my god.
So I'm going to cast Zone of Truth. On this area.
Yeah.
So not only will it affect the kids, but it'll also affect the mom.
Is there a contestant? Like, does she have a saving throw?
So
on Zone of
it
Truth?
is 15 charisma saving throw.
Okay. No. Okay. I think it's gonna hit the kids no matter what. Yeah. It hits the kids.
So
Everyone's telling the truth right now.
So I go to the kids. So Perrin goes to the kids and he says, "Listen, if it is really serious, I'm sure your mother will not mind if you please Uncle Perrin." Wow. Ooh, that sounded creepy. Sorry, guys. Don't clip that.
No. Out of character, no.
I was trying to go for a PU. I'm sorry.
There are some PUs that are not allowed.
Oh boy.
And this was our last episode before Richard takes us off the air.
Oh my God.
Oh, Perrin Underbow.
Someone just make a GIF of my face that I make. Just make a GIF of it. Put it up there.
I know my regulars in the chat can do that.
Okay, redacted. Anyway, continue. Yeah, redacted.
Oh my God, don't clip that.
Oh, someone just said, all right. Now I'm clicking it too.
Please, yeah. Your parents not allowed in any chat rooms. So, please tell me, young one, what the Octobird may have done.
So the little boy looks up at his mom. He looks at his sister, and his sister just like shaking her head, like, no. And the little boy is compelled by Zone of Truth to tell the truth. And he says, okay, we were playing on the roof and the mother's just like, playing on the roof? Yeah, we were just up there for a minute. You know those roofs can fall in at any time, okay? It's just, you could have gotten hurt. Yeah, I know. We weren't doing anything. We don't even weigh that much. We go up there, it's fine. And the little sister's just like shaking her head. And the little boy just goes, we're on the roof and we were just playing. Were you throwing rocks? We were throwing rocks, and we saw this bird. It was an octopus. We saw this bird, maybe an octopus. I'm not sure.
Octobird's the word.
Octobird.
Oh.
And
I think I get it now.
we heard this person screaming, so we went over and we only saw the bird. It was an octopus. Fine, it was an octopus. It was a bird, and only for a second, and then we turned around to see if the person was on the other side, but the person was gone, and then the octobird was gone too, and then I told you not to go. I'm sorry. Come here. And then she kind of like takes the kids by the hand. It's like, we need to leave right now. We have people that are not doing and going where they need to go. I'm sorry. We didn't mean anything to. Good work.
One question before you peace up out of here.
Peace up.
Nice.
Thank you.
Nice. All these are under review.
Yes, yeah, right. Especially after.
I got my flag ready.
Where did the Octobird fly to once it grabbed the person that was unwilling?
And the sister speaks up this time, and she says, the sister speaks up and she says, that's the thing. It didn't fly anywhere. It just like disappeared. It went into the building. No, it couldn't get into the building. There's no way inside there. I've even tried. I'm smaller than that thing. I think it's an octopus and it went in the sewer. That's where it went. That's where octopuses live. That's not where birds live. 'Cause it wasn't a bird. And then the mother has already grabbed the kids at this point. Yeah. And she says, thank you for your lovely song. I need to take these two home. They don't seem to know how to play outside. And they don't know very much of anything, do you? I know lots of stuff. I know lots. The mother like grabs them by the hands and like storms off.
Peace upon you. Out the birds the word.
Lisa's giving Perrin a disapproving look. For using mind
Perrin-
control.
Perrin looks at Celise and he gives her the nicest of winks and the impious of smiles.
And she just still gives you that stone face look like I saw what you did on children.
It was necessary to make sure that we got the information that we needed. And besides, we saw eye to eye. It's a short joke for it.
Yeah, what do you guys want to do next?
So it sounds like, we are either going into the sewers or we should check some of this abandoned buildings, or surrounding abandoned buildings. I think we should go into some of the buildings since the building's already here.
That's what I think too. Celise, hey, what's up? What were you doing?
I was walking around the back seeing what's going on.
Did you find anything?
Lumber.
Yeah.
People.
Yeah. That checks out.
While you guys are preparing,
Yeah.
while you guys are preparing where you're gonna go next,
Yeah.
inside buildings, outside buildings. Let's cut over to Shaka, who has been helping out on with this design team. Let's see how good you've been doing with this crew.
Ooh.
Nat 20.
Sweet.
You managed to take this ragtag group of carpenters and really work them in the shape. They have a weird boss. You're the weird boss wearing whatever. You know what I mean? Like, and for whatever reason, they all fell into line. And it's all starting to click for them where they're understanding like, oh, use the hammer this way. Yeah. You know, like, they weren't that dumb, but you are. They've taken a shine to you. You've organized the outside pretty well. It seems like they're building it all in pieces, though, just because there's so many people inside. It's kind of like what was that show, Extreme Home Makeover? Mm-hmm. Where there's just like a bunch of people inside there and they're all doing weird stuff, and there's stuff in the driveway, and people are setting up furniture outside. So yeah, there's like staircases being made outside. There's like the bar seating areas outside. Also, people are building stuff on the inside. But yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna go up to Merrick. I'm gonna try to find him.
Yeah.
Can I roll investigation to see? Because there was somebody that I thought might be him, but I don't think I got clarification. It really was him.
Yeah. Roll investigation.
Ooh, crit fail.
Crit fail.
My second one of the day.
Wow. Okay. You don't see Merrick. You haven't even made him out. You've actually been talking to this one guy who you assume is Merrick.
Oh no.
The entire time. So you're getting in good with that guy. He's very impressed with you. He's just a regular guy who's just been working with you this entire time.
Okay. All right, then I see the rest of the group kind of outside, kind of grouping up. So I assume that what I'm doing is a bit of a failure, and I go and rejoin them.
Okay. Yeah. And as you walk up to them, they the guys on the outside are kind of like, and you can tell they already start asking each other questions about stuff. So you know it's not going to be very long before they get back to their old ways of like messing everything up. As you approach your group, the group has already decided what they're going to do next.
Okay.
And I want to hear what that is.
So, let's first go to the building most adjacent to the apothecary, because the apothecary seems to be the ground zero of all of these people unaware of their surroundings.
That was like a PU saving throw. That's pretty good.
So if it's a triangle, so it's a triangle like this. If it's a triangle, the apothecary is on like the bottom left. Where you guys came in is kind of like the middle on the right. And where the children pointed to, where they were on a roof, is on the top of the triangle, like around that north area right there. So that's what you know so far.
Okay.
You met Melanie kind of in the middle of the triangle.
All right.
So I guess we should start close to where the children said they were.
That's what I think too.
Yeah.
What children, guess?
Oh yeah, we made some
up?
little hey Shaka. We made some little kid friends.
Are they kobolds?
No,
No,
they're actual.
they're
Oh,
humans.
actual humans. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine, whatever.
There is a octobird that is stealing people.
Octobird.
So we're gonna go to where the kids last saw a person get stolen.
By octobird,
Yeah.
do you mean a beholder?
No,
No, an
octobird is the word.
octobird.
Like with 8 stalks flying, possibly? Or an actual flying octopus? I'm just trying to see what's going on.
Well, the children said it was a bird or an octopus. So, if we need one word for it, it would be octobird.
I'm going to go with beholder. Okay. All right.
So rational.
Let's go.
Let's go.
And where do you guys go? You guys go where they cite it.
Yeah.
Okay, and you travel down. You travel down this road again, kind of seeing the same sites, condemned buildings and whatnot. It does seem a little bit darker in this area, or maybe it's just in your head of like something is amiss, something went wrong here in this area. As you're passing by, you pass by a bunch of condemned buildings. One of them you see is like this sign hanging off a tailor shop as you start to approach the corner end of the triangle. You look up and roll investigation, actually. I'll tell whoever rolls highest in this.
16.
23.
God.
Oh, yeah. Parents. 7. Okay.
You need some dice for
I gotta hold back. I gotta hold back. I gotta
This
write.
pink one.
So you guys are all seeing different things. Notably, Perrin, you maybe because you're child size, you notice how you start thinking, how would I get up on this roof if I was, one of these? How did these children get up on the roof? And you notice that there's the way the bricks are kind of coming out of the walls and slanted and just whatever. It would be really easy to just scale a wall. Like any one of you could probably scale these walls and like make your way up on top just from like a window ledge onto this brick and blah, blah, blah. So you kind of notice like, oh, it's pretty easy to get up there. Yeah, but the rest of you, it's kind of like the same as when you walked in almost. Nothing is really popping out at you.
So, just so I can visualize it, are we in the building or
No, you're on the street. I thought you guys were on the street.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what I thought too.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, because and to our way of thinking, the inside building is abandoned.
Yeah, all the buildings look like they're abandoned pretty much.
The reason I'm asking is because the mom talked about the roof caving in and the roofs being like really fragile.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to investigate just the roof so I can know if we're going to climb it to know where to stand so we don't fall through.
I was totally like, as soon as you described that, I'm totally climbing.
Yeah, I figured you
So,
were.
roll acrobatics.
Roll athletics to get you up on the roof.
Perrin, you sure you want to do that? Ash and Cicero are the rooftop
It's true.
masters.
Perrin Underbill is a performer of great wonder and particular unrivaled athleticism.
Ash is getting ready to spot you. Right. Like, I don't trust.
So Perrin got a 16.
Okay. Yeah. You climb up. What does it look like?
So I see the first ledge, I grab it, and then I kind of not necessarily acrobatically like swing to the next thing, and I just managed to, like there were a couple of times where you see me grit my teeth as I get up, but I just managed to just kind of find all the ledges and climb up it like I'm climbing a tree as a child or something like that. And then when I get to the top, I look at Shaka, who I know can see me because he can see in the dark.
It's not that dark.
Well, oh, okay. Yeah.
It's like it's by now it's probably like 4:00.
Oh, okay.
So,
all right.
yeah, you guys left in the morning.
All right.
You've been doing an investigation.
So, yeah, then I look at Shaka and then I just bow. and
He doesn't care.
Watch,
take my cap.
watch your footing up there.
Yes.
Yeah, like Shaka can misty step.
Yeah. I just do like a slow clap. Yeah, slow clap.
It's like that scene in Back to the Future Part 2 where he's just like, "You mean you have to use your hands?" It's like a baby's toy. So you're on the roof. You're on like the ledge of the roof.
Yes.
What are you guys doing?
Well, like Ren is like staying below because he still has that nightmare. Well, has nightmares from when he fell off the cliff. From
Oh, that's
the
right.
elevator. So
Yeah.
he's like trying to just keep cover of everything.
for sure.
Watching. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay on the ground too because I know if I need to, I can like misty step up to the top. So I'm kind of gonna just investigate the perimeter and see if I can notice anything.
Yeah.
I kind of want to go in the building.
Okay.
Too.
I want to go in the building. I feel like it's safer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep an eye on the roof and Perrin. Because while I can climb, I still prefer to keep both feet on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I want to go into the building and follow his footprints. So if he does fall through the roof, I can maybe catch him.
Okay, so you're going in the building, you're going in the building. Cool. So the building he is on is actually on the corner. So you guys walk up to the corner. You walk away from Shaka and Celise a little bit. Shaka and Celise are kind of by that tailor shop. And you guys find your way into the building. You both are different sizes, so you're both going to have to find different ways in because this door is boarded up. But based on the ins and outs of people that you've seen today, there are a bunch of ways into these buildings. So roll investigation.
Oh, that was close. 8.
8, okay.
16.
Okay, yeah. Ash, you find a little hole on the side. You imagine there was some type of vent at that area. So that's going to take you down to like the cellar or the basement area. It's perfect size for you though. And I guess you're probably thinking like, oh, start from the bottom, work my way up. You know?
Yeah. So I go through that and like kind of like I need an army crawl kind of. Is that one of those? Okay.
Exactly.
So I'm doing that and Chips is army crawling behind me as well.
Gotcha. Rin, you don't notice anything right away, but the building actually isn't isn't smashed up against the next building. So there is a small pathway that you can take. You start walking, you start like shimmying like down it, and it's not clear as you're moving through, but you feel like as you push your body, like the building is the building to the left is like a little loose. Like you could probably start pushing bricks, like just like pushing bricks and get in there that way.
I want to push some bricks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've all played Jenga before. So just roll dex.
Okay. 4.
Okay. Just as long as it didn't this is like it didn't fail. That was the only thing. So
Building's gonna topple.
yeah, I mean, the wall starts making noise. It starts crumbling. It's not the best. You take a couple bricks out, and you can definitely squeeze in there. You have to push against the wall and kind of like Superman jump in, like straight through. So roll acrobatics for me.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. 14.
14. Okay. Yeah. You do a pretty good job. Little scratch here and there. You kind of land Batman style, do a little roll, and fall into it. Roll investigation for me. I want to see what you notice inside this room.
11.
11. Awesome. So you look around this room, and it feels completely undisturbed. As you look around the room, you kind of don't notice even a door where you can get in here. There's lots of dust too. It's been like, it's one of those, like if it's an art film, you see the dust like floating, making those bokeh flares, like it in the camera. And it's obviously an abandoned room of some kind. Random floorboards are missing. Beams are covered in dust and cobwebs. You see random crates with old clothes spilling out of them. Some broken furniture and a wooden mannequin with one arm. You can tell by the condition of the building that someone hasn't lived here in years, and someone hasn't been here in even longer. You hear what sounds like tiny scratches coming from behind you.
Boy. So like Ren is like standing there and he doesn't move because he's trying to see if it's gonna attack him at first. But then he like slowly turns around and like sees something or sees, is there something like right behind
Roll
me?
perception. Let's see if you see.
Perception. What did I get? Oh, jeez. 17.
Okay. Yeah. You turn. You don't see anything of note right away. There's some crates, a rolled up rug, a traveler's trunk, some clothes. Wait. Did those clothes just move? Yeah. And it's about, I would say, less than 10 feet away from you.
I feel like I should just like run and like just grab it just to see what it is.
You're gonna run.
Yeah,
ahead?
might as well at this point. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, roll. So I guess you would have to. I'm trying to think what you would roll because
Athletic if he's running.
he's running, but he's trying to be fast and like do it, like catch it off guard.
Yeah.
I guess sleight of hand. Roll sleight of hand.
Yes.
Because you're trying to like you're not trying to hurt anything. You're not.
Yeah, just trying to like.
You just want to get the drop on it.
That's a 9. Okay. Wait. That was a 9. So it is 11.
Yeah. You grab this shirt, you snatch it right away. A rat just like jumps up.
I hate rats.
It lands on this trunk. It screeches a little bit at you. It stares at you. Then it slips off the trunk and goes down a hole in the wall. You don't hear it anymore. You don't hear the rustling or the scratching. But now, no, is it? You hear ticking. We're going to cut back to Celise. We're going to cut to Celise and Shaka outside, parents on top. What are you two doing, Shaka and Celise?
So Do we go after Perrin, or what are you thinking? A great math mind.
I think Perrin's fine. He'll scream if he needs anything.
Scream, not even call.
He'll just
but
scream.
But you know, he bard-explained my job to me, so he'll be okay.
I know. Plus, he was so excited to get up there. I feel like we should
He'll
let
be
him
fine.
enjoy the glory of the highest that he'll ever be. So what I'm doing is
Taking digs at him when he's on the roof.
taking digs. Yeah. So like I'm like looking sort of at the outside walls. I'm seeing if I can maybe see any symbols or like anything that like I could get an idea of if this is any kind of special.
Roll investigation. So you guys are standing. They are. They kind of took to the corner where the kids would be. You guys are one shop over outside this tailor shop. This abandoned.
18.
Oh yeah. So you notice that the sign is hanging off the windows and it's framed outside the front door. The thing that's a little bit different about this is the door is open a crack, and it doesn't seem as abandoned as everything else. It's like someone has been here. Something has been here. There's dust that is definitely disturbed. The glass is fogged out like a lot of the stuff is fogged out. Except, wait, some of the glass has like little cleaned off spots.
Like a little kid was.
Like someone cleaned off a little spot, maybe to peek through.
It's
All right.
it's Mr. Clean.
Oh,
Okay, so should we peek through?
yeah. Do you want me to take lead?
Yeah.
All right. So I
You got the armor.
True. So sword and shield out. Just kind of reach out and tap the
door.
open and jump back.
Yeah. The door swings open. It creaks. It looks like an abandoned tailor shop. But what you noticed a lot of the places that you looked into as you were passing is like the trading post. It looked totally in disarray, and people were just drinking in there, hanging out, whatever. They had taken it over. This shop looks undisturbed. It actually looks kept up with. It looks as though someone abandoned it, but everything is in its right place. Spools of thread, the machines, the little checkout area. Everything looks very nice inside
Is there
there.
dust on the floor?
There is no dust on the floor.
So we can't see footprints. It looks like
It looks like someone's taking care of this area.
So there's a couple things. So I know that you guys mentioned that the kids told you that someone disappeared.
yeah.
So it's possible that this person was in here doing their thing. They disappeared. I'm not sure how long ago that was, but
It can't be long. There's no dust.
yeah. So it looks like, that. So we got to look for some clues somehow. If they saw the person on the roof, then I know that Perrin might find some clues on the roof, but we should look around and like see if we can have some idea of what this person was doing, because maybe the reason they disappeared is because they were investigating something, or maybe they were looking into something and they were a target or something like that. So I want to try to find it's a tailor, right? So they have some kind of accounting or books or
Yeah.
something like that. So I want to look for that.
Cool. Roll investigation. Are you doing the same?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Okay.
Dagnabbit.
Oh, nat 20.
Ooh.
Better than me. I got 8.
You got an 8? Okay. Nat 20. Awesome. You step out into the tailor's office to look for books or do an investigation. So, Lise, you're off to the left looking at the thread, looking at the supplies. There are scissors, and it looks like they were making a dress of some sort at that time when the place was abandoned or not used or whatnot. Shaka, you did great. This place is kind of set up like you would set it up, you know? It's kind of set up like, oh, I know. You know when you go over to your friend's house and you know where the glasses are?
Right. Yeah.
That's what it feels like for Shaka. He walks around the counter. He moves 2 things to the side. I would put the books right here. He takes out a ledger. He's like, yes, I got the ledger. He puts it down on the table. The markings on the inside of it seem like they stopped 10 years ago, at least. So this shop probably hasn't been functioning on the books, at least, for at least 10 years. Meticulous bookkeeping, though. Celise, as you're looking at this dress and doing an investigation on it, you reach over to look at, a different part or something just to finish your investigation. And your foot, you don't really feel it, but you hear it. Your foot has pulled a thread, like a trip, like a trip wire almost. Oh no. You could just feel a little tension on it. And when you look down, you see this thread. The thread, as you look, goes all the way up one of the columns. It goes to the top of the ceiling, and you see it pull a little. What are those called? The spool, and then you see a spool start rolling down a rafter. It hits a tiny marble, and that marble goes down the side of a vent.
So Rube Goldberg.
Yeah, Rube Goldberg, yeah. Or a Pee Wee Herman breakfast. either one, I'm going to call.
I love how you both went there.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Shaka's thinking, oh, cool, breakfast. But that's what's happening. This intricate system of like pulleys and dominoes and strings and ball bearings just starts going wild, and it starts getting like louder and louder as it going. Like it falls into like a jar. It spins really fast. It goes straight down. There's a bucket that shoots over, and liquid just starts going down a slide. A volume measurement cup starts being filled with liquid, and a tiny boat comes out and like starts moving down. These are all on the walls starting to be triggered, and this thing is going faster and faster. I want to cut over to Ren. Ren. Ren, what are you doing? You hear that ticking?
I mean, I start to no, I want to run. I was going to look for it, but I want to run out of, there's no doors, right?
There's no doors, and you can try to climb out of the place you came in through the brick, but it's in that weird position where if something's this close and you're coming down, you'll have to slink down or slink up. You know what I mean? You have to make an L shape to get out of there. It's not impossible. Obviously, you can do it. You got in. Yeah. You can do it. The ticking is not getting louder. It is in the general area where that rat was, though.
I feel like if I go after it, I'm in danger. If I leave, I'm in danger. So it's no, I think I'm going to try to get out. Just because I feel very unsafe just with the ticking and stuff because I don't know what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you turn around?
Yeah. So Ren turns around and then he starts booking it to the way he came in, which is the wall, right?
Right before you move, you turn around, the ticking stops.
Oh.
Do you still book it out of there?
No, I'm gonna. Yeah, I think Ren's gonna look to see where the ticking was coming from. Okay. Yeah.
Roll investigation.
Okay. Let's see, investigation. Oh, so 18.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
The ticking is definitely coming from that trunk that rat was on. It was. I mean, the reason you even heard it is just because it's so dead silent in there. Normally, it probably sounds like a watch or something like that, but yeah, it's definitely coming from that trunk.
Okay, so Ren walks up since the ticking is stopped, and he walks up to it. I can open it though at this point, right? Or is it
Yeah,
locked,
it doesn't
or?
have a lock on
Okay.
it. I mean, the trunk looks like corroded. If it did have a locking system, it looks like it broke off, or like the trunk also has like holes in it where like maybe rats like chewed through, or it's well worn. Yeah.
Okay.
So you open it up?
Yeah, I'm gonna open it up.
Okay. You open up the trunk, and it makes a squeaking sound as you pull the top off. Inside, you see what looks like a skeleton. You look closer, and you can tell it's not a person, not a living one at least. You flick it. It's made of metal. This thing it's made of metal. The body is folded up unnaturally in the trunk. The head is cocked to one side. Its knees is near its chin. Its arm is around its head. Its entire body is made of bronze, and this intricate etching on its face and arms and chest. It's so peculiar. You can tell it was very beautiful at one point, but you can see pitting and dents in the metal now. And there's something about the head that reminds you of, the head turns quickly and looks at you and says, "Hello, my name is Nim. I am a Nimblewright. I am not a Nimblewright. I am Nim. Is the game over?" We're going to cut to Shaka and Celise. Now, this machine is going off. It is going like, things are moving like crazy. What do you guys do? Do you guys stay in the room? Do you leave the room? Do you try to stop the machine? What's happening?
I'm gonna Misty step out of there.
Okay.
I'm staying in.
You're staying in?
I'm curious. I gotta
Oh
see
my
what's
god,
happening.
you're gonna die.
No, if it was so I'm like yelling at Celise. I'm like, if it was dangerous, we would have been dead already. Nobody makes an elaborate killing machine. So this is
Haven't you met dwarves and gnomes?
She's in the street. Haven't you met?
No.
So where do
So
you
I'm gonna go back.
So
Where do you stand?
I don't. I'm in the same place
Where
that
you
I
are
was.
at the.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Can I redact my
Now-
action?
Yeah, you can come back if you
Yeah.
if you want to run
now,
back in.
Now, do I know that Celise tripped the thing? Because as far as I know,
From the look on her
things are
fa-
just happening.
I think you guys had enough time where Celise looked down, looked up, and like looked at you, and
Son of a.
you're like, you're messing up my shop.
Okay. No. My thought is that if it was some kind of trap, something would have happened like within 2 seconds. Right. So I'm like,
Fair.
this is some kind of front for something. Right.
Okay.
So I think you found some kind of hidden entrance or something.
That's a lot to open a door, though. I've come back in, by the way.
Oh yeah. I'm like, huh? Yeah. So I'm waiting. I'm kind of like
You're waiting
steady,
right there at the.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
but I'm watching everything and I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed.
You are very impressed, and it's very impressive. You think about it, you're like, not only is this so incredibly intricate, but the hours of setup is absolutely insane. You're marveling at it in awe. Celise is on the other side looking at you, you're facing the door, almost like you work there. You're facing the opposite direction as if you were working there. Mm-hmm. So you don't notice what Celise notices, and when she Missy step out and now she's kind of walking back, is that the back of the room has these spikes that are slowly moving. But it's something that you would see if you were standing in that doorway that would just terrify you. Mm-hmm. You're admiring this clockwork moving. Celise, you had Missy stepped out, now you're back in, blah, blah, blah. And this all happens in an instant because you had Missy step out, then you'd look back in, and all in an instant, the machine stops. The door shuts. Celise, you're on the other side because you were watching this all. And abruptly, this chest falls right on the table in front of you. just a small treasure chest. It's not a treasure chest because a treasure chest is huge and people hold treasure in it. This is obviously some type of someone made something to look like a treasure chest and made it super tiny. And it lands right on the table in front of you. Now, you don't notice the spikes in back of you. You don't notice any of that. But on the treasure chest, it says, there's carvings on it that say, hold on. Oh, that say, danger, do not open. But very, what's the word? Not professionally done.
Crudely.
Yeah, crudely put on. But it's right in front of you and it's facing you. It's tiny.
Is there a Zelda noise like when it drops? Yeah, I get like the.
Oh man! Yes, there's a Zelda noise when it falls down. It goes doo 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 doo.
Oh god, that's awesome.
But yeah, there's a chest. There's not a lock on it.
Okay. And I don't notice the spikes. You said right?
No.
Okay, so I open it then.
You open it.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
So-
See, because I don't think it's dangerous. It says do not open, but I'm still thinking. Well, you're not in the room,
Right, the door's
know.
closed.
I'm assuming I can't hear you.
She does think that there's danger, but this all happens at the same time. We'll say that you're trying to get into the room.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I still think it's fine then. So yeah, I'm opening the chest.
Yeah.
For sure.
Your heart is racing. You're nervous because this thing just like came down right in front of you. You slowly lift the cover up and you look down. You don't see anything there's no jewels of note, anything that you would think would be in like a chest this big. There is a tiny, tiny business card, or at least what looks like a business card, with a drawing on it. You look at the drawing, and you make it out. It looks like, it looks like that stone that Celise had. And you flip the card over, and there's just, in quotes, a quote at the top of it. Just in the rest of the spaces, like the kerning on it isn't very good. But the top of it just says in quotes, "There is a hell. Believe me, I've seen it." We're going to end the episode right there.
With me unknowingly trapped.
I'm like out there like, no.
Okay. All right, that's fine.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, that was good.
Yeah.
I'm glad we got to hit all those things.
If I go out, it's fine and treasure. I'm good. All right.
There's not another show after us, right?
No.
Nope.
Yeah, let's answer some questions.
In character.
In character chat. If you have questions that you have for the characters, go ahead and ask them right now. We're going to be answering them. Oh my God, I bet I know what it is.
What?
I don't know.
We have to.
That's right. This isn't a Netflix binge. You can't binge in the next one.
You just have to come back next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was.
This is terrifying. Also, this is
Also, this kerning is atrocious.
please tweet that out and tag us.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Don't you all want to know anything?
Yeah, if there's
Yeah,
no
do you guys
questions.
if you want to know anything, we'll take a couple questions. And we're just waiting for you guys to write. If not, we can sign off now. That's cool. I have no questions because I just tuned in for the first time.
Welcome,
you.
AKA the Bebop.
Well, there's a delay.
Yeah, oh yeah, there is.
30-second delay. So.
Yeah.
Not that.
Standards and practices will, they'll go through them and make sure that they're.
Question. It's showing up here faster.
I missed the beginning. The
Okay, there's a question.
yes. Reckless Fury wrote, question, I missed the beginning. Did the Paladin trigger the trap and run? Yes.
Yes, Celise Misty stepped out of there because it was like, look down. Well, shit.
Yep.
Yeah, her instincts kicked in, and she was just like, gotta get out of here.
Do you mean the characters?
Yeah,
or
these are
us?
all characters. So
Yeah,
this is
why
character
didn't
stuff. How did we meet?
Didn't.
Oh, Sharafka did not find the Nim.
But Rin did.
Rin
Found him.
Yeah.
We ended Rin's scene right when that thing turned its head. So we don't actually know what Rin had done yet. I'm very curious.
Same.
Yeah.
So I have a question for Perrin.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
So what did Perrin do? Did you hear all that noise the machine was making?
Perrin hears a lot of things.
Such a politician.
Right?
Perrin is up very high. So as I am up so high, it is impossible for me to perceive unknown noises from whence they came. I hear things to the north. I hear things to the south, the east, and the west.
He's practicing
below
this
me
on the
and
roof.
above me. I hear things all around.
Yeah, you're like performing on the
Yes,
roof.
yes.
Question. No.
Have you practiced that song Who You Sing
I think
Earlier?
so.
that's
the-
not that we
the
did.
earlier.
They sing earlier.
So, Perrin Underbow is a performer unrivaled in all of the realm. So, the Octobird song, if that is what you're talking about, Octobird is the word. It was created right on the spot for those wonderful little children. And my accomplices,
Accomplices.
did exactly what they needed to do because we understand each other so well.
Question: do Perrin and Ash think monster-based songs will be the next big thing, or will Octobird be a one-time hit? Yeah, is Octobird the Chumbawamba?
Is it Ice Ice Baby?
Right.
Right.
Is our hot.
I think the future for our group is gonna be a lot in monsters and the people that we meet. We find inspiration in the friends we meet along the way, perfectly unified.
Perfectly unified.
Well played.
We are prickly urchins.
There's another
And
question.
chips.
That's a funny question.
Does Perrin know? Someone asked, does Perrin know what accomplices mean? What does accomplices mean, Perrin?
Accomplices.
You hear it
mean-
all the time when they talk about you and your friends.
Yes, yes. Accomplices are people that aid you in
Crimes.
perhaps undeserving
Oh, very good.
endeavors.
Yeah, and a lair is where we all hang out. Yeah.
That is correct.
Okay, well, there we go. We're going to go around the table. Thank you for the questions. For Perrin accomplices means friends. Yes, exactly, it does.
No, there's like a lot of talk of Octobird merch and like and like I keep thinking of like Spaceballs where like where like yogurt has like Spaceballs the t-shirt, Spaceballs the flamethrower.
Octobird the flamethrower. Oh my God. Okay, we're going to go around the table, say what we're going to be doing, where we're up to, where you can find us. We're going to start with Tanya.
Hi, my name is Tanya. I play Celeste Astorio. You can find me everywhere online as Cypher of Tyr. That's CYPHEROFTYR. I will actually be in San Francisco next week for Streamlabs conference. And then I will be doing a keynote at Different Games conference in Worcester, Massachusetts. Worcester.
Worcestershire sauce?
It is Worcester.
I'll be doing that October 12th. So Celeste will still be here. And then actually today I'm going to start GMing my first show for Star Trek, and Shareef will be joining me.
Yeah.
I'm Brandon Stennis. I play Ren Leadon. You can find me at I am Brandon TV or I am Brandon on Twitch. I will be at TwitchCon, so that's all I got right now. Yeah.
All right. My name is Cicero Holmes. I play Perrin Underbow. After this, I will be outside the building selling Octobird shirts. Wow. 1 for 10, 2 for 20. 2 for 20.
Lucy's.
Right. Yeah, I got you.
Oh
I got
my
you.
God. Now
You can find me online on Twitter at StubbyStan. And thanks everyone who last week helped us out with our Spawn for Good from the Spawn on Me podcast. We were able to raise over $7,000 to help people understand voting rights. And thank you everyone who contributed. So thank you very much.
My name is Surena Marie. I play Ashbourne. You can find me on Twitter at Surena Marie or on the show The Dungeon Rats, where I play Bugfly.
Yep. And I'm Shareef Jackson. I play Shaka. You can find me at ShareefJackson.com or Shareef Jackson on all social networks. That's SHAREEF Jackson. Next thing I have is I'll be on a STEM panel in Milwaukee called Changing the Culture of STEM. Where I'll be representing myself and my business and all the right triangles in the world. So. Check it out.
And I told myself to be prepared about triangle questions when I wrote this, but I forgot to look it up.
I went so easy on you. I went so easy.
A squared plus B squared equals made up answer. My name is Carlos Luna. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram under Carlos Crits, or check out my show, The Dungeon Rats. It's a podcast. We also stream sometimes. Other than that, great show, guys. I'll see you guys next week. Thanks.
Bye.